What is going on, people? Welcome back to my channel. It's been a long time, it seems, but we are back. MLB 14, the show, released yesterday for the PlayStation 3, and I played it pretty much all day. I live streamed from about 10:30 in the morning to about 6:30 at night, and then I live streamed again from 8 p.m. to around 10 p.m. So a long day of live streaming, a lot of time that I got to spend playing MLB The Show, mostly Road to the Show. We did a little bit of franchise, but going to talk mostly about Road to the Show today. In this video, you're going to see me create a new Road to the Show player and play my first showcase game, and we'll get into a little bit about what that means and how that works and all that. First, though, I want to let you guys know I will be live streaming again tonight, Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. I've created a new schedule for my live streams. I'm going to be live streaming a lot more often than I did previous. So we're going to be live streaming every Wednesday and every Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. MLB Road to the Show. PS3 version up until the PS4 version. So there could be some nights on the PS3 version where we'll do like a franchise or something like that. Maybe not always Road to the Show, but for the most part, every Wednesday and Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern, twitch.tv/Bafe. We will be live streaming MLB 14, the show, Road to the Show. And once the PS4 version hits, it will be my main guy, whatever that's going to be. I haven't quite decided yet. I think I might throw up a poll at some point and let you guys decide what the name of my character is going to be, and let you guys choose that for me. But we are in the Road to the Show this year. A new feature that they have, if you saw at the beginning, was you get to choose if you want to mimic your Road to the Show guy after a big leaguer right now, or create a brand new one from scratch. So how this works now is that you don't really have a slider per se, as far as like if you want to be a power hitter, a contact hitter, a speed guy, whatever. You now have the 5 tools of baseball that you get to adjust what you want your guy to be with. So basically, depending on what position you choose, you'll start off with a set of core skills in those 5 tools, and then you get 5 extra points that you can put into whatever skills you want. So let's say you want to be more of a power guy, you can put it into the power tool, or if you want to be a contact and a speed guy, you can do that, or your arm or your glove or whatever. So you get to choose exactly how you want to build your guy, and that's basically the potential of your guy. I think it affects a little bit your starting attributes, but it also affects what it costs to up those attributes once you get start getting training points. So like, for example, this year is a lot different as far as how you build your guy and what the training point cost is per attribute once you start getting to higher levels. So it's like a normal RPG style where the beginning few points that you put in, like for example, let's go just power versus right-handers. If your skill's only at 20, to get from 20 to 30, it might only cost you 1,000 training points. But to get from 30 to 40, it might cost you 2,000 training points. To get from 40 to 50, it might be 4,000. You see what I'm saying? Like, the more points you put into that skill, the higher it costs to update that skill down the road. So what this means for us as Road to the Show players is that you're no longer going to have a 99 overall everything guy, at least not until a long time into your career. You really have to decide at the beginning of the game, when you create your Road to the Show guy, what do you want that guy to be? Do you want him to be a gold glove guy? Do you want him to be a contact and speed guy? Do you want him to be a power guy? You really have to decide, because you can't just pump your training points into everything and be super successful. You really have to decide how you want your guy to play. So I like that a lot. It's a little bit more challenging and a little bit more interesting, because not everybody's going to be, 99 overall everything after like 6 years in the majors. You really have to work for it. So I really like that. It's more of a challenge now. So I definitely like that. But going back to when you create your player, this guy I mimicked after Mike Trout. So you basically scan through all of the players in the MLB, and they'll all have their own or their own what am I trying to say? Their own 5-tool ratings and attributes. So like Mike Trout was huge on speed, and glove, and good on power and good on contact. I mean, he's rated 99 overall in the game. So when I choose him, his 5 tools are already assigned as a value, and his are all pretty high. So he's pretty much an all-around player. And one cool thing that doesn't happen when you create your own guy is that some of his attributes are higher than what they would be if you created your own guy. For example, Mike Trout, when I mimicked my guy after him, I start off with 90 speed right out of the gate, which is pretty crazy. So 90 speed really starting out is huge for your guy, especially in the outfield. You're running around trying to catch fly balls. It helps a ton when you get that closing speed to be able to run down those ones in the gap or whatever. So that helps quite a bit. Obviously, stealing bases and getting infield hits helps a ton because of the speed. So it's pretty cool. But obviously, you're stuck with whatever his tools are. Obviously, Mike Trout's tools are going to be pretty good, but you're kind of limited there, so you can't really customize it that much. Now, after you choose your guy and you name him and whatever, it gives you all the characteristics and features of that person, like how they look and all that kind of stuff. It also gives you all the things that they wear in the field, so you can see I got the 3/4 sleeves on and a glove in my back pocket and the one wristband. Basically, whatever Mike Trout wears in real life, that's what they try to give you. You can go in and customize all of that. You can change the way your guy looks, even though you're taking over that character. You can still change how he looks. You can still give him different accessories. Obviously, you can name him whatever you want, that sort of thing. So it's not, you're not locked into looking and playing whatever exactly like Trout. You're basically just mimicking what his 5 tools are. So that I kind of like that. It's pretty cool. You can't customize everything. Like once you pick, like I picked Mike Trout, I'm locked in at center field position. I can't change that. I can change my secondary position. And apparently this year in Road to the Show, it's easier to go to your coach and say, I want to switch my position from center field to right field. It's supposedly easier to do that. It's also easier now to ask for trades and whatnot. But I'm going to talk a little bit about the showcase. I think this is one of the best features they've added in a long, long time. So basically how this works is after you create your Road to the Show player, you join the rookie showcase, which is basically 3 games at the rookie level, going against other prospects that are trying to get drafted by MLB teams. So you play 3 games, and then after the 3 games, based on not really your performance, but what you do in certain situations, it affects where you get drafted, and by who drafts you, what round they draft you, and that sort of thing. And why I say it's not based on performance, but based on your decision making and things like that. It's not all about getting a bunch of hits. It's not all about hitting home runs and all that kind of stuff. If you see right there, I got a solid contact plus a base hit. So there's plus for both of those things. If I get up to bat and I work the count to like a full count and I take a walk, that is just as impressive as getting a hit. Or let's say I work the count and it's a 9-pitch at bat and I line out to third base. They look at that very positively. So it's not just hitting home runs. It's not just getting on base and all that kind of stuff. It's doing the little things correctly in baseball. When you're in the field, hitting your cutoff man is a positive. So if you even if you make a good play on a ball and you don't throw it to the right person, you're going to get dinged for that. So the key is just making the right baseball decisions, and that will affect your draft stock. So After the 3 games are done, you're giving, really after every game, it will kind of tell you where you're projected to go in the draft. Usually it's either the beginning rounds, the middle rounds, or the end rounds. So based on your performances at the end of the 3 games, it will tell you where you're slated to go. If you're slated to go in the beginning rounds, then you should just stay with that team. The big thing, which it seems to me is the case, is that, and I got to do some more testing with this, but the way it seems like right now is if you don't get drafted in the middle or in the beginning rounds, your player potential goes down, and I believe it costs a little bit more for you to train later in the game. So it's really important to try to get into the beginning rounds. That's just the first and second round. If you can get drafted there, I think your potential stays the same, and it'll make your life a little bit easier going forward in Road to the Show. So after you get drafted, obviously, like, you get to choose the team. Like, you get to decide, okay, I want to play for this team, and you can sign your rookie contract. Or you have the option to go back to school. Now you can go back to school for 1 year, 2 years, or 3 years. I think, or even 4 years. And then at the end of your college, you get to come back and you get a bunch of training points that you can use towards your guy to make him better. And then you enter the rookie showcase again. So then you go and play those 3 games again and hopefully get better draft stock. Now you can go back to school for 1 year and then do the rookie showcase and then come back, then go back to college another year and do it again. And you get a little bit of training points the whole time. So that's pretty cool. But it makes your guy older, obviously, and it cuts down on your years that you get to be playing the show, Road to the Show. So there's that drawback to it, but it gives you a better chance to get drafted by a better team and hopefully, do well there. So like I said, you definitely want to try to shoot for getting in the first couple rounds, but it's pretty cool. The draft is once they're in the round that you're in, then it goes to a live kind of draft mode where it reads off the names and you get to wait as they count down like which teams and waiting for your name to get called. It's pretty cool. I like it a lot. I think they've done an excellent job with this rookie showcase. I like the options now that you can build your guy off of a real MLB Pro. I think that's awesome. So far, I really like the game. I think they've done an excellent job adding some of the little features that we've asked for and some things that we didn't, but work out really well. I think that's fantastic. Some of the camera angles that they have now after you hit are really awesome. Like, it just feels like a different game based on the way things look. I think that's cool. To me, the graphics seem a little bit better from last year. It might just be because I haven't played it for a while, but it almost feels like it's running at a higher frame rate or something, which is pretty crazy. I don't know what they did, but it seems much better, which makes me super excited for PS4 version, how good that thing's gonna look. I'm super excited for that. But as you can see after the game, it kind of gives you a little synopsis of your at-bats and which ones were good and which ones were bad. And then it'll tell you, like, if you did well or did not, if you improved your draft stock, if you didn't. So I think that's pretty cool. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I will have the other 2 showcase games for this guy up today. And we'll see you soon. Peace.